So we will put that this is 17 millimeters. Now we're going to take a measurement. Let's actually put a point. So that, and the reason you'll see here tomorrow, I'm going to explain this to you or to anybody who might be wanting to learn. I just put a point at the point that's built into any circle. There's one in each quadrant. If you were to come up, you would see it up here. If I was to be drawing a line or something, it would turn on in all four north, south, east, and west points. And if I wanted to take this measurement, go from here to here, and say, oh, yeah, oh, well, I can't do that. This is dimension driven, blah, blah, blah. That becomes a problem. And, or even, as you saw, that it took it from the center point to the circle itself, which this shouldn't be. All right, what's going on here? Let's try this once again. Okay, not really sure what's happening here. Let's get out of this just for a moment, then get back in. Getting to wonder if this has got some bugs in it that are not quite fixed yet. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. Duh. I'm trying to get from here to here, which then comes up to the center. Okay, but that still shouldn't have done that. This is not dimension driven at this point. It is trying to make a point. I got to move my camera a little bit. I can't quite see my screen over here, so let's. Sorry about that, everybody. There we go. That's better. And I'll have to fix that screen in a minute. But we can go minimum, which you see puts it right on this point right here. So instead of having to go through all the different menus of getting there, you could just come straight out and put a point, grab that point and that guy right there and go there. See now how this here allowed me to actually set that dimension? So it does kind of make me think there's a bug in the software. So if SolidWorks is watching, you guys might want to take a look at that. And we measure up to the end. We got 3 millimeters. We'll just call that. Seeing I just moved that. Come on, let's come up here. Grab that measurement there. Yeah, we got 3.07. We'll call it 3.1. Here again, this does not have to be exact, just because I'm not building this part. I'm just using the mounting locations, and we'll also grab that from the the manufacturer's data sheet, because they'll give us what these mounting hole locations are. I know what they are. I don't have the thread for it, so looks like about an 832, maybe 1032, don't know, but somewhere in that area. Okay, so the height of this is what? We got 3.15 in height. So let's go and extrude this. And we've got 3.15. and go from there. Now, not that it matters, but if we really wanted this to look like what it was that we're modeling here, we see that there is a radius around that outside edge, and there's also a radius around the inside edge from where this part was stamped and then sandwiched together, because this is two pieces of aluminum that is riveted here at the top. You can see the rivets here at the top, and I'm sure that this bushing right here is also holding this stuff together. Plus we have a couple of Allen set screws here in the back side that we can use to torque down things. But there's other parts that are holding this all together, but we'll worry about these guys and go from there. So let's come up and grab the top plane, and we're going to sketch on it. All right. Now, what we should have done, or what we can do still, is the flat, because this does also have a flat surface on it that we're going to leave. How big is the flat part from the two radiuses? So we'll grab that measurement also, just so we have something that we can kind of work with. And it looks like about 3.5, and this one looks bigger on the inside. No, it's 3.5 also. Okay, so let's come up. Let's grab, we do have a slight vertical here. And we'll leave that there just for the moment, just so we have something that we can work with. We'll just come out here, grab this. Oh, that didn't quite work the way I wanted it to. So let's go back and just grab this tool here. And, oh, that's not the one I want. I want the 3-point, but I want this guy. So we can grab the end points, and we can just set a rough arc and just leave it. We will come in here and close this off. And we will do the same thing. Let's turn this to where we can actually see through the part. Now let's do the same thing on the radius. That's here. We're back to this guy. So we can come up, come out, and we'll just leave that like so. And then we will close off the back side of this. These two are related to no, not that guy. Oh, messing up. Grab the wrong point. There we go. Grab that point and that point, and let's make that horizontal. So these 2 points are tied together now. I could do that. You can do that two different ways. You can set a constraint to it, or a relationship that these 2 points are horizontal to each other. so that they will always be horizontal, or I could come in and drew a construction geometry on here, and that would have tied them together. Either way, it accomplishes the same thing. They are one and the same as in dimensional wise. So, but since I assigned a constraint to it already, I will delete this guy because I don't need it. I didn't need it in the first place. It was just me thinking in reverse. Now what we're going to do is, because it's seeing that these are centered around this feature, we're also going to set this to the center of that. Oh, it's not going to show me, is it? All right, we can do this another way. All right, so this is where construction geometry is really, really nice. We should have just did it in the first place, but here, like I said, seeing, learning, figuring out how to make your life easier. Now, see, it gives us a center point. We tie that to the center point. We set this to vertical. Now, anything we do to one side will automatically happen to the other side. Now, let's grab this vertical measurement here. Not that it's a whole lot of anything, but just because. We're going to say 0.75 millimeters. I hear people out mowing the yards. So we got 0.75. All right. And the top of this again, what was that again? 3.5, right? Yeah. 3.5. So we set this to, oh, why didn't it turn that on? There we go. 3.5. All right. Now, you see that these two are also not in line with each other. So we're going to set a relationship on those, and we're going to make them horizontal to each other. Now these are also tied together, and we're going to say, what is this, about 7? That could pass for that. It's real gradual. Okay, now let's come up here, grab our origin, and let's throw a construction line on it. Now we're going to do a cut revolve around that and hit OK. And let's turn this back to a solid. Now you can see that we're resembling that now in the on that feature right there. All right, so let's get back to this particular face and get normal to it. We'll go ahead and grab. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't really know what that was doing, but may actually have to get a hold of tech support on that or something. We got us an inch. Like I said, I'm thinking it's an 832. We'll start at 832. It is through all, because at this point we got nothing behind it to cut. So, and we will throw the thread class on it. We will turn off the near side countersink, far side countersink. It's not needed. And let's come up here and say one here, one basically here, and the other one We know that these two are in line with each other. There. Now let's get us a circle that we can dimension to. Let's turn that for construction. Let's zoom in, grab you, put you on the line. Same thing here. And there. Now we need some more construction geometry. And the chain, and let's go to here. Now, you saw that this one right here, come on computer, there we go. This line, this construction line turned automatically black. It knows because of where I placed this this hole that's going to go here, the threaded hole, that it knows that it was straight up in vertical from the origin point. Now for these two guys here, we're going to set these to 120 degrees because 3 times 120 gives you 360. So we will do that. And here again, I could have come in and did one hole or one feature here, and then use the, oops, let's go back. We got to throw another dimension on. Oops, I turned it off. Let's get this, turn this back on. And for right now, we're going to guess that it is, where are we at? We're going to say 45 from the center. So 45 times 2 is going to be 90. And until we get some actual measurements, we'll just call that good for right now. Okay. All right, what do we need next? All right, let's put in the center nut, or the bushing actually. So let's go ahead and grab you.